Hello everyone, it's me Gagan Kumar present over here to teach you physics. Let's move on to the video. Today we will be discussing NEET and JEE MCQ on center of mass. Now come to the question. Here it is given that center of mass of a system of particle does not depend on, it is given some options here. Always remember, center of mass depends on position, relative distance between particles and mass of the particles also, but it does not depend on the force on the particle, force acting on the particles. So these three you remember, center of mass, coordinate or position depends on basically position of mass particles, relative distance and mass, not on the force. So here it telling does not depend, so that's why answer will be force acting on the particle. Answer will be D. Now here next question telling two portions 55 kg, 65 kg respectively are at the opposite ends of a boat. Now here do a picture, try to understand. So in this picture one boat is there. Now in this boat there are two portions are there. So here one person, here one person. Now first person is having suppose mass how much 55 kg and this is here 65 kg. Now what they are telling next? Now the length of the boat is 3 meter. Suppose this one is given 3 meter and it is given 100 kg. So 100 kg 3 meter. Now the 50 kg man walks to the 65 kg man and sits with him. So this man is coming and sitting with 65 kg. Now they are asking, if you boat in still water, then center mass of the system shifts by what distance? Now listen here. So this is your total system. This is your total system. So this system is not acted upon by external force. When it is walking and coming and sitting here, not acted upon by external force. That means F external is 0. Why F external 0? Now because walking, when it is walking, it is giving a normal reaction to the boat and boat is giving a normal reaction to the person. So this normal reaction equal magnitude and opposite direction. So these two are cancelling each other. Now what is happening here? Now here when it is coming and sitting, there is no external influence. So here F external will be no shift of center of mass, or there is no shift in or no change in the position of the center of mass. So here answer will be what? Answer will be 0. So no shift means answer is 0. Okay, remember here no need to put this 55 kg, 65 kg, 100 kg anything, because it is just given numbers. No need to calculate anything. Just remember for this system there is no external force, so no shift in center of mass. Now here it is telling two particles which are initially at rest move towards each other under the action of internal attraction. Remember, if internal attraction also given, that time also net external force equal to 0. If net external force equal to 0, then what happens here also same thing, no shift of center of mass, no shift of center of mass. That means here center of mass will not change, again answer will come 0, no need to calculate anything, no need to go for this velocities also. Okay, but just remember here internal interaction cancels each other. Here magnitude will be same and they will be in opposite direction, so these forces will cancel each other. So that's why here net external force equal to 0. Now come to the next question. Here a man of 50 kg standing in a gravity free space at a height of 10 meter above the floor. Now here do the picture. Here it is given a floor is here, a man is standing here. How much? It is at a distance of 10 meter. So here to a distance how much? 10 meter. Now here it is throwing a stone. So here one stone is there. It is throwing downward. So stone is coming downward. Now they are telling, so man is having some mass and it is moving with 2 meter per second, that is stone. Then after they are telling here, when the stone reaches the floor, the distance of the man above the floor will be what? Okay. Now listen here. So here if this stone is coming and reaching here, the stone reaches here, this height is the same 10 meter. Now this man is reaching some distance x from this position and this stone already travelled how much distance? 10 meter. Now here you see, so here they are asking what is the distance of the man above the floor. That means they are asking this distance. So let's take this distance as y. So they are asking y. So what will be y? Now y is nothing but y is basically 10 meter here to here 10 meter. So 10 plus x. So we need to find x value. Now how to find x value? Now see here, initially center of mass was here suppose, and finally center of mass will be here also. Why? Now because they are telling here it is a gravity free space, and also there is no external force also. Then what I will do here? Now here I can go for this formula m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2. So why m1 r1 equal to m2 r2? Now because if center of mass is not changing its position, and about center of mass always remember mass moment is 0. So if this object is having mass m1 and that is I am taking as 50 kg according to question, and x is nothing but that is here I have to find, and this 10 is nothing but it is r2, or I can take this one as r1, and here this stone mass is nothing but 0.5 kg which is m2. Okay, now if I m2 r1 r2 value substitute here, it will come how much? 50 times x equal to 0.5 times 10. Now here if you will calculate this one, so 10 will cancel to 50 as 5, and here 5 will go right hand side, it will become 0.5 by 5, so it will become 0.1. So x is coming 0.1, but we no need to find x. We need to find what? We need to find y, because distance of the man above the floor. So here that means 10 plus 0.1. So how much it is coming? It is coming 10.1 meter. So this will be your answer, 10.1 meter. Okay. So I hope everybody understand. Now come to the next question. Here it is telling 3 particles, masses 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, moving with velocities 6 meter, 3 meter, 2 meter respectively, and present on the equilateral triangle. Now here do the figure actually. Now here you are having 1 kg, here you are having 2 kg, here you are having 3 kg. Okay. So now understand here they are telling 1 kg is moving with 6 meter per second, because respectively what is written, and 2 kg is moving with 3 meter per second, and 3 kg is moving with 2 meter per second. That means this 1 kg mass is moving with 6, 2 kg mass moving with 3, 3 kg mass is moving with 2. Now what they are asking? Now they are asking each particle maintains a direction towards the particle at the next corner symmetrically. Whatever these directions are given, that is symmetrically they are moving like this. Now they are telling what? Now find velocity of the center mass of the system at this instant. If this is the picture, remember this picture, if this is the picture, then what is the velocity of center mass? Understand here, if velocity of center mass I want to find, so first of all I am considering my center mass will be somewhere here. Then here, if I will take my center mass, there will be 3 momentums. Due to 3 particles, 3 momentum will come on center mass. So one is this one, 1 into 6, that is 6 momentum in this direction, and another is 6 also, 3 times 2, mass times velocity 6, 6 times 2 in this direction, and another also 3 times 2, 6, it will be in this direction. And here all vectors magnitude same, and if I check angle also, as it is equilateral triangle, okay, this angle also become how much? 120, 120, 120. Okay, because I am considering here, so total will come as 360 degree. Now here remember, if all forces are same or all momentum are same and angle between them are same also. Okay, this in equilibrium you can understand, or you can tell 3 vectors are in equilibrium. So that means here net momentum is, or vector sum of all vector sum of all the vectors is how much? Now 0. If P net 0, then velocity net, or you can tell basically velocity of center of mass also 0, because mass times velocity is momentum. So if net momentum or center of mass momentum is 0, then velocity of center of mass 0. So your answer will come how much? 0. So no need to calculate anything, directly you can analyze like this and you can tell answer. Okay. So now we'll go to the next question. So here it is telling in a system a particle of 8 kg mass is subjected to a force of 16 Newton. Now suppose in a system 8 kg mass is there. Now here force is how much? F1 is 16 Newton. Now which direction it is given? Acting along positive x. So 16 Newton in which direction? Positive x. So if I write F1 vector, so I can write 16 I cap, because positive x we take as plus I, and a negative x what we take as minus I. and positive j what we take, plus j, and negative y what we take, that is basically minus j. This is the vectors, unity vectors. Now here F1 vector you got. Now similarly again telling, again 8 kg mass is there. On that mass another 8 kg mass is there. Force is how much? 8 Newton along positive y axis. Now here F2 vector if I write, that is how much? 8 Newton, and in which direction? J direction, so I will write it is a plus j cap, or you can write also directly like this one, 8 j cap directly you can write. So here it is F2 vector. Okay. Now here this is the magnitude, actually this is the magnitude and this is the direction given, plus j cap. Now here what they are telling? Now they are telling the magnitude of acceleration of center of mass. So how to find acceleration of center of mass? Now here if axiom I want to find, I need to see what is the net force acting on the system divided by mass, total mass, because you know F equal to ma. So acceleration of center of mass is nothing but force by mass. Now what is the net force acting? Now two particles are there. Suppose it is your m1, it is also m2. So force is acting f1 and f2. So our vector sum I will write f1 vector plus f2 vector divided by how much? Total mass is nothing but 8 plus 8, because m1 plus m2 is 8 plus 8. Now f1 vector is how much? It is 16 I cap, and f2 vector is 8 j cap divided by 8 plus 8, 16. If I divide here 16, now how much it is coming? It is coming I cap plus 1 by 2 j cap. So this is what here? Now acceleration vector. But what we need to find? I need to find magnitude of acceleration. If magnitude of acceleration I need to find, then I have to write ACOM mod. So this is represent basically magnitude of acceleration of center of mass. Now if a vector is given in component form, acceleration of center of mass is given in component form, then how to find magnitude? Now root under, take coefficient of I. So what is there here? Coefficient of I, nearby I nothing is there, that means 1. So I will write 1 coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j. Coefficient of j how much? Half. So half square. So it will become how much? 1 plus 1 by 4 root. So which is nothing but root under 5 by 4. And if you calculate this one, it is root 5 by 2. Now come to here answer. So here first option itself is given root 5 by 2. So this will be your correct answer. Okay. Now come to the next question. Now here it is given two particles A and B of equal masses have velocities how much? Va vector and A I cap. So remember this. Now here what they are telling? So this is your Va vector, one particle having velocity suppose V1 vector. Now another particle is having Vb vector. How much here? Now Vb j cap. So these are unity directions basically, I cap j cap. Now this is your V2 vector. Now where A and B are constants. Okay. Now they are telling again also telling acceleration. So acceleration of the particle A is how much? This one. So it is your A1 vector. And this is what? This is your acceleration of particle B. That means it is your A2 vector. Now what they are asking next? They are asking here the center of mass of the two particles move along which direction. So you have to find the path of the center of mass, how it is moving. So first we need to find velocity of center of mass. So what is the velocity of center of mass? If a two particle system is there and m1 v1 is given, then you can write velocity of center of mass is m1 v1 vector by m1 plus m2. Now here you see v1 is nothing but this is v1 and this is nothing but it is your v2, and here this is nothing but a1 and this is nothing but your a2. Now here what I will do? Now VCM I will calculate, it will be nothing but m into a I cap plus m into b j cap divided by m plus m. And if we will calculate this, mm will get cancelled, I will get a I cap plus b j cap divided by 2. Okay. Now similarly if I want to find acceleration of center of mass for a two particle system, it will be m1 a1 vector plus m2 a2 vector divided by m1 plus m2. And here it is given two masses are equal. So if equal mass is given, then m1 equal to m2. So here if I will substitute also I can substitute and mm will get cancelled. Now if I will substitute a1 and a2, I will get how much? 2a I cap plus 4bj cap plus 4bj cap plus ai cap minus bj cap divided by how much? 2. And here 2 plus a 2ai cap plus ai cap with 3ai cap, so I can write 3ai cap, 4b minus b is b, so 3bj cap divided by 2. Now here I will take 3 by 2 common, then it will become, or 3 common, it will become ai cap plus bj cap divided by 2. Now listen here, so your velocity of center of mass is nothing but it is coming ai cap plus bj cap by 2, and acceleration of center of mass is coming 3 times the same thing. So I can write here a cum is nothing but how much? 3 times v cum. That means here if one vector is a scalar multiplication of another vector, this two vector is in parallel condition. Then what we can do here? Now we can tell a cum vector is nothing but parallel to a cum vector is parallel to v cum vector. Then after, if both vectors are parallel, that means you can tell this particle or center of mass is moving basically in which line? In a straight line. Okay. So here you calculate v cum, calculate a cum, and here a cum is nothing but 3 times v cum, because v cum is this one. If I substitute v cum here, a cum equal to 3 times v cum. So v cum is parallel to a cum, so it is moving in straight line. So answer will be A. Now come to the next question. So here it is given an object of equal masses 3m. So here one mass is there 3m. Now initially this mass is there here. So write it is initial mass 3m and it is at rest. So it is at rest means what? Velocity equal to 0, or you can tell basically momentum equal to 0. Now here it splits into 3 equal fragments. So here I am telling, here it splits into 3 equal fragments. So m, m and m. Now what they are telling next? 2 fragments have velocities v j cap and v I cap. Now what I will do here? Now one particle is moving with v j cap velocity in the j cap direction, means positive y direction, and here it is moving with how much? v I cap. Then after that asking the third particle velocity is how much? Now listen carefully here. Initially momentum 0 means final also momentum is 0. Why it is 0? Now because here also no external force, because whenever splitting thing is happening, because this mass is automatically splitting, okay, so split or break, it is breaking, or you can tell here splitting or breaking, or you can tell explosion is happening. Then after what will happen? It is all are basically included in internal force. So it is no external force is there. If no external force, then momentum conservation will happen. Initial momentum should be equal to final momentum, and it should be vector wise also. So here if pi equal to 0, then pf also 0. Now here you see, due to these two particles, how much momentum is coming? It will come in this way. It will come m times v I cap plus j cap, because if I add these two vector for this particle and this particle, your net momentum is in this direction. That means the third particle will move such a way that it should cancel this momentum, because final momentum should be 0. If these two particles are creating one momentum, net momentum, then this particle should cancel that. That means this particle momentum should be how much? Mass times velocity, same thing, I cap plus j cap, but minus should happen, because vectorically it will become 0, because vector if you add it will become 0. So here what they asked the velocity of third fragment. So this is of a third fragment. Now velocity of third fragment if you want to find, then mass I will not include, because mass times velocity is momentum. If velocity I want to find, then I have to write minus v I cap plus j cap. Okay. So answer is what? Now here if you check, answer is definitely matching with C. So C will be correct answer. Okay. Now listen here, they given the distance of the center of mass of a solid uniform cone. Now just draw a solid uniform cone here. So one cone is here, and here to here this is the radius r, and from here to here distance is how much? Small h, and this is called vertex of the cone. Vertex. Now listen here, this is the center actually, center of the circle actually, this is the center of circle, and here they are telling from vortex is how much z naught. So there is a distance. Distance is what? The center of mass. So center of mass will be presenting somewhere here, and always remember, if total height is h, here to here distance is how much? H by 4. Remember, for solid cone, I am writing here, for solid cone, where is the center of mass presents? Center of mass presents at a height h by 4 from the center of the circle of its base. Okay. Now here what I will do? Now here I can tell this distance is nothing but z naught. Now in question what they are asking? They are asking what is the z naught? What will be z naught equal to what? And here is given also base radius is r, height is equal to small h. Now if in this figure I will check vortex to this distance, how much it is? Total h, but this here to here h by 4, how it is coming? Now this is from integration it is coming, but directly remember, for a solid cone, center of mass at a vertically h by 4 distance. Then here what I can write? I can write z naught is nothing but h minus h by 4, because total height is h, this is h by 4, and this will be nothing but h minus h by 4, which is coming 3h by 4. Now check with the options. So z naught is nothing but 3h by 4. So here it is matching with the option A. So this is your correct answer. Okay. And remember, if you also sometimes they have given hollow cone. Suppose it is here for hollow cone. Then here what is this? Now the center mass will be somewhere here, and here to here distance how much? H by 3, and here h is nothing but here it is h by 3, and h is nothing but height of the cone. So this is for hollow cone h by 3 center mass, and for solid cone it is at h by 4. Remember this, and some other symmetrical objects will be there also. We will explain in the next classes. Now next question, find center of mass of 3 particles at the vertices of an equilateral triangle. Now see here, you take one equilateral triangle, and here one mass is there, how much? 200 gram, and one mass is also 100 gram. Here take 100 gram, and here you take 150 gram. So here picture should be given. So this picture you take perfectly. Now here what I am telling, now here to here this axis is nothing but it is your x axis, and this axis I am taking as y axis. Now here what we need to find? Now they are telling each side of the equilateral triangle is 0.5 meter. So here to here this is one side, this is nothing but 0.5 meter, and this all are equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. Equilateral means all sides are equal. Now what we need to find? Now we need to find the center of mass. Center of mass position we need to find. So somewhere here center of mass will be there. Now see, if center of mass position options if you will check perfectly, they are given how? Now they are given 2 coordinates, one is x coordinate, one is y coordinate. And here if you will check x coordinate is changing, but you see all y coordinates are same type is given. That means definitely y center of mass if you want to write, I can write y center of mass is nothing but 1 by 3 root 3 directly from the options. Now the main thing is need to find x SUM. So what is x SUM? Now x SUM is nothing but if a discrete mass system is there, and this is the particle 1, this is the particle 2, this is the particle 3. If I will consider like this, then what I can write? I can write m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 divided by how much? m1 plus m2 plus m3. So this is the discrete mass formula. Now here you see, so this will become how much? This will become m3 because I consider particle 3. This will become m2 because I consider particle 2. This will consider m1. And here what is x1 and all? Now you see, if this I will consider as origin, if this I will consider origin, here x1 will become 0. If it is 0, from here to 0.5 distance, so x2 will become how much? 0.5 meter. And here you see, if it is equilateral triangle, this vortex will be definitely half of the base, this x coordinate here. So that means if we, for this vortex mass, if I will check here x3, how much it is? 0.25. Otherwise vectorically also you can calculate. I am writing directly, this coordinate x coordinate will be 0.25, and y coordinate you can find also component wise. Now listen here, now x1, x2, x3 I know, m1, m2, m3 I know. If I will substitute the values here, I will find xum. Now see what is my m1? Now my m1 is 100 gram. So I write 100 into 0. Why 0? Because x1 is 0, because this I consider as origin. Now here you see m2 how much? 150 gram. So 150 into how much? 0.5, because x2 I told you 0.5, so I can put that, plus 200 m3 into how much it is? 0.25. Now divided by how much? 100 plus 150 plus 200. Now if I calculate this one, 150 half, it is nothing but 75, plus 200 0.25 multiplication, or you can write 1 by 4. 200 into 1 by 4 is nothing but it is 50, divided by it will come 450. Now here if you calculate this one, it will come 125 divided by 450, and 120 by 450 cancel with 25, it will come how much? Now this will get 5 and this will get cancelled with 18. So answer may be 5 by 18. So check with any X option. So here it is 5 by 18, other options are not there. So definitely your A answer will be correct. So answer will be 5 by 18. That's all. I hope everybody understand. Discrete mass system formula, if you remember, immediately you can solve. And so many times you no need to calculate everything, because your YCM is already all same. So you must directly write YCM is nothing but 1 by 3 root 3, because no changes are there. Okay, thank you all of you. Keep watching the video. Thank you all.